next day and I'm thinking,
Hey, get in y'all's mic. I'm gonna do a sound check.
you know,
Yeah,
check.
no, for sure.
like
You
I
want
don't want to be that person.
to test yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up with it? Yo, it's J Money right here.
I'm not hearing y'all. Is the switch on?
Is it on?
But
Oh, now it is.
Yeah.
Now you get. Let's go. I'm about to bust some rhymes.
Wow, I have
And me, I'm
headphones.
good.
Welcome back to another episode of Highly Unapologetic, the podcast, episode 50.
Let's go 5-0, baby.
We're on a landmark episode today, and so basically what we did is we had pizza.
Yes.
A lot of pizza.
We had a lot of pizza,
A lot of pizza.
and so we're calling this the pizza episode. That should have been episode like 24.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's just get into
Yeah.
what happened real quick. But before we do that, everybody watching the YouTubes, I know y'all recognize Steven. Welcome back.
Let's go.
Done with the fridge.
He's done moving the. So we all show up on a nice, cool, probably
October
evening.
October.
Possibly.
September, October, November.
Beautiful. I just remember my hair was flowing.
Yeah.
As I was cruising on.
And so we're going, and it's good, and we have pizza, and we eat pizza, and we're talking about pizza, and everything's
Pizza
great. 54 minutes into this episode,
Bro.
Adam does not realize that he has his computer plugged into a GFI port, and it pops, and my computer shuts off. I'm not on a laptop. We're on a desktop, and it
Yep.
shuts off too.
Yep.
And I just get this look on my face while they're still talking.
Yeah.
Everybody's still talking about pizza and having a good time. And what happened, Adam? Computer shut off. So when we turned it
I
on,
think
it
I
was
lost it all.
unrecoverable.
That's why I
And
don't
so
think it's
I decided to just do episode 50. I mean, it's a big episode for us here.
Definitely.
And I'm glad y'all could come and do this with us because as y'all can see, Jazz is not here.
Yeah.
He's a champion today.
Let's
so
go. Congrats.
So congrats to him.
Heck
But
yeah, man. They
but-
balled out.
For
But
the city.
But I'm taking my congrats back because he's not here for the podcast.
I even asked him at the field.
And that was his excuse. Oh, we just got done, so I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Dog, he tells me this at 5:30. I said, bro, you got 3 hours.
Yeah.
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 Where do you think I live?
I even asked him. He said he was excited about coming today. So.
And then Wes, I don't know. Wes just stopped texting me, so I don't know. I guess he doesn't like pizza as much as we do. But
No.
anyways, we got
He's too
another.
skinny.
We got another. Yeah, but he's a pothead. So I mean, but he can put it down.
Well, I don't know, man. My thing's cereal when I'm smoking. So.
Oh, really?
Heck,
Like
heck
late
yeah.
night?
Late night, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I love
Or
Cinnamon
Apologetic favorite. And let me just start it off like this.
It's Mario.
So our boy Jesse, or our boy Marcus walks into the studio tonight. He's looking around, looks on the wall, and sees that picture. He says, "Is that Mario?" I said, "Yes." And then I realized what he was asking and referring to, and I said, "Oh, no, that is not him." So let me tell you what happened. It's my birthday probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I decided to take off to Denver. just to go up to Denver, get away, whatever. The Dodgers were in town.
Okay.
I knew the Dodgers were in town, so I texted Mario, "Meet me in Denver, man. You got a place to stay, no worries. Just, the tickets are cheap."
Yeah.
We sat 3 rows up in center field for like $15.
Wow.
dang.
So, great game, whatever. He tells me, "No, I can't go," whatever. So stupid. So then I get, the weekend is over, and I got dropped off at Denver International Airport, and it's like 9:30. I'm the last flight back to San Antonio, and I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and I'm just messing with my phone. And actually, I was arguing with this one, Chris Jones, and John Leyva. I don't know what we were arguing about,
Okay.
You know what it was.
but that's
Like
neither.
football?
No, he knows what it was.
No, it wasn't that. It was, excuse me, it was something more serious than Batman and
versus
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah. But so anyways,
It's always that.
yeah, I take a quick little break from this little conversation, and I look up, and I see this dude sitting here. And I had to do a triple take. Like, I looked once, and I went back down. I looked again and looked again. I was like, dog, that's Mario Martinez.
In the LA gear and everything.
And so I'm sitting there inconspicuously zooming in, snag that picture, and I send it to them first. I was like, who's this clown look like? So they were laughing, whatever. I posted on Facebook, and I tagged Mario, and I was like, dog, you told me you couldn't come to Colorado this weekend. So every time this pops up on my Facebook, I post it. And every time he answers the same. I can't even argue with that.
Couldn't say anything.
He says, wherever that guy is, I hate him.
We should probably try to find this guy. Like that.
Profile
Yeah.
was him in a blue shirt
No,
and,
sure.
and a blue
That's
Dodgers hat.
That's how it worked out so perfect.
Yeah.
He's in that blue Dodgers shirt and that hat that Mario always wears.
That's great.
And he's fat like Mario.
well, and I think the thing too, I think that what makes it a little better is I know Mario,
Yeah.
but I don't really know.
Tonight to eat some pizza.
Yes,
What kind of pizza did you bring?
I bought Capos.
Capos.
I got mellow mushroom.
It was a good turnout. I mean, it was
On
a
the
good showing.
cool, the
It was
Mars.
a good showing today.
Yeah,
Honestly, the Mars, I
you were saying that last
Yeah,
time.
right,
Yeah,
right. And I don't not like it, but I never add it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, they cook it. It definitely had more time to set today
Yeah.
because of Jesse, obviously. So maybe that was it.
wow, really be wrong.
All right.
Yeah, Jesse was late, by the way.
yeah, very
Jesse-
I went to Adam's old studio.
Yeah.
That's all good. But anyways, we're here anyway. Eat some pizza. I don't know if anybody's familiar with. I'm sure. Y'all are. Y'all actually introduced Dave Portnoy to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
this is kind of an ode to the Barstool
Barstool,
Sports
that's right.
pizza review, which are by far, I have recently found another Instagram page that has taken over number one. My brother showed it to me this weekend. It's called Kids Getting Hurt.
Oh yeah. I follow that Instagram as well. Yeah,
Kids
They
getting
just show videos
It's
of
just
kids
Yeah,
getting
kids
it's
hurt.
just
hurt.
kids getting hurt. That's all it is.
that
And-
dude's hilarious.
Like
And
in
it-
funny ways? Or
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
no, they're like real
Yes.
lethal.
kind of like
Yeah,
dark
like
stuff
kids-
for y'all.
kids
Instagram.
dying.
I know. Like why you
Kid gets
weirdos?
hit by truck. Like LOL. Like, no, it's not like that. It's,
I don't know, man.
Actually, speaking of that,
Okay, all
I
right.
do follow an Instagram page that is super dark. It's called Hood Site. Have y'all heard of this?
Hood site.
What site? Like, how's it?
SITE.
Okay,
Hood
okay.
Site.
Okay.
I was thinking.
And what it is it shows people getting killed and
What?
like a lot of it is down in Mexico, cartels,
Dang.
beheading somebody or
This
Wow.
stuff's got to get taken off like after they post it.
Let me ask you, does that stuff even bother you anymore? Like when you watch something like that, can you just like
Yeah,
you're like
yeah.
using the restroom, you're just like
No,
man, that's crazy.
there's some of them that
That's
I can
crazy.
watch, like the ones that are on like a surveillance camera where you're not getting like details.
Yeah.
I can watch that stuff,
Yeah.
dude. If it's on a cell phone video and they're like it's up
It's
close,
more cringy because it's
oh
like
dog,
you
'cause-
picture yourself behind the
yes,
camera, right?
dude,
Like holding it.
I can't do this, so I'll skip over some.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't,
yeah.
I can't watch some of
You're
them.
just an
But
empathetic individual, man.
yeah, I don't want my murder to be publicized like that. If-
Right,
if
you know
it
what?
ever-
I think of things
know-
like that.
it won't be.
How crazy.
You keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, what
no,
was
don't
that? There was that one site that we used to do when we were little, where you would
It's like best gore
or something like that, where you would view pictures of people.
Yeah,
like, their dead body,
I don't remember what it's called, but I
But
know
you,
exactly
so
what you're
like,
talking
yeah, so I
about.
used to watch that. I mean, I watch it, but I used to like go through that growing up, and that's why I feel like it prepared me
Yeah.
for
For a-
now generation of videos, because it was just pictures at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now it's
What was
2020.
that site called?
I can't remember what it's called.
I
though.
remember stumbling across a few videos back then that were like that with the the camera like close up like that, like just through LimeWire. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
was trying, I
yeah.
was trying to always download these
LimeWire
bum
got people.
fights, you know?
LimeWire got a
The
lot of
bum
people
fight.
in
You know,
trouble.
the bum
How
fights?
horrible was that?
Bro,
The
they would
bum
just find two
fight.
bums and make them fight.
That's
like,
crazy.
Which is
I mean,
crazy.
You know what? That's pretty like entrepreneurial, right? Like, look,
In a
guys,
way.
y'all in y'all's lowest point in your life. Here's some money.
Right.
Let's get
And,
it on.
and you think about it, and they're really like you're at a point where you're like, all right, yeah, I mean, you're gonna pay me, I guess. I mean, I don't really, I'm not. Beggars can't be choosers. You know what I mean?
Literally.
LimeWire was basically the dark web back then because
Oh,
you
yeah,
could get
for sure,
anything
for
on
sure,
there, and
100%.
you know people were
sure.
getting in trouble looking
Oh, dude.
And
looking
it's killing me
stuff
that I
up.
can't think of that website.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about too,
I know
because
what
I
you're
used to go with 2 too.
So yeah, and pizza is good too, you know. So
Hey, dude, you're a pro. That was the best segue ever. Well done. It's like he's been on the show 100 times already. But that was Jesse. Anyways,
oh,
I always got the man, you just live too far, man. Whatever. Pizza will make you unite.
That's
And-
right.
and drive-
That's
and
what
drive
it
a distance.
I
Hey.
had 4 different types of pizza. I was on my
true.
way. Man.
Here's the thing, man. If you ever want to be on the show but you don't want to drive over here, call me. I'll pack this stuff up and come to you.
wow.
And
Yeah. I love podcasting. Like, this is my favorite part of the week.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I
Heck yeah.
mean? So,
Heck yeah.
if ever you want to do anything, Adam, bring it over. Let's chop it up and lay it down. Oh, okay, cool. I'll bring
Heck
this
yeah.
stuff to you. I don't care.
yeah.
We used to do. That's how when we first started. When you were first on it,
Yeah.
we went to a studio, and man, I would have to.
In the
Set-
apartment
the whole
thing,
setup.
right?
No. It was in
The office building.
the office
Yeah.
building.
It used to be an old hotel, right?
It looks
For
like
sure.
it. Yeah,
for sure.
But I used to have to take all the stuff there, build up the studio,
Right.
and then when we're done,
Put everything back.
take
exactly,
everything
yeah.
apart and leave it exactly like I left it. But
Dang.
anyways, but whatever.
This is the setup now.
On
grow-
the come up right here. Let's
we're-
go.
We're growing
grow
up.
up.
We're growing
Like
up.
it's called these days, the
So,
glow up.
anyways, I want to hear these scores from last time. Do
Okay.
you have them?
Yeah.
Do you have
I
them
do.
accessible?
I don't. I wish I did.
They
I
are
wish I
very
did too.
accessible.
All I remember for me is I had Capo's number 1.
Yeah.
You did.
And then I had Ellie's number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I put Mars after Mellow Mushroom as well.
Mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think for me it was Miss Ellie's. It was Miss Ellie's for sure number 1, and then I had Mellow, and then I had Caparella's, and then the last
Capo's,
one
yeah, yeah.
Capo's, and the last one is Mars.
yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That was mine. That was my.
You know, I
last
feel
one.
like they've kind of they
They've
kind of
changed.
switched.
switched a
Changed,
little
yeah.
Just a little bit for sure.
I was so mad. Like Jesse,
mine.
you're the one you put me on Miss Ellie's, and
Good.
I was super mad about it because I lived literally 3 minutes driving distance from Miss Ellie's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, bro, I've never been here. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like super low key too, man.
Yeah.
Like you'll miss it. Like
Right,
if you
will.
don't,
Right.
100%.
like some dude from New York that I used to work with actually took me there first, and he was
Okay.
all like, "This is the best place." And
Yeah.
I was thinking like, "Man, this dude's from New York. He don't know nothing."
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
You
Like,
thought it was the equivalent to like a Cali dude saying like
In and out's better than
Eric-
Whataburger.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
Sorry, BFF.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Stop. We had that conversation before you got here too. But
Unapologetic.
And unapologetic.
Exactly.
My bad.
But when we first started talking about doing the pizza episode the first time, you told us about Miss Ellie's, and I wanted to go try it before you brought it over.
Yeah,
And I got there on a Monday.
close.
Closed on Mondays.
closed.
Right.
Yep.
It's the worst.
Mars is closed tomorrow, so I guess Mondays is
A slow pizza day.
it's a slow pizza day.
No, it's because that's when everybody starts their diets, right? Like
On
they just
Mondays?
ate a bunch of Miss Ellie's on Sunday, and they're like, "Man,
I
I
gotta
should
chill tomorrow.
die."
I gotta chill tomorrow.
That's
But
smart.
now I guess the COVID thing, Miss Ellie's is now closed on Sundays too.
They've been
which-
closed on Sundays for a while because I went
Bro.
on a Sunday too. Yeah, so they're closed Sunday, Monday, and it's been a hot
I
minute.
hate 2020, dog. It's
Yeah,
the worst.
2020.
Oh, man.
2020 is like.
It's
I don't know.
Shut up.
Anyways,
I'm watching myself out here.
you got those scores accessible?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go for it.
So check it out. I had Mellow Mushroom at a 7.4. Well, for me it was Miss Ellie's, Capo's, Mellow, Mars. I had Mars at 6.6 because last time it was not that good. Capo's a 7.8, and Miss Ellie's an 8.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think that 7.4 I think was generous back that time.
Back then.
Yeah.
For a
I
Mars,
did. No, for
Mellow Mushroom?
Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have
Like
a.
Dave Portnoy, I think there's no chance he would have given those high scores. As
You don't
high.
think so?
I
At
don't
all?
think so.
On any of that pizza?
I don't think so.
Ellie's.
Maybe
Yes,
Miss
Ellie's.
Ellie's. Maybe.
Ellie's.
No, the Capos was good too, man.
Capos, I thought was good.
Capos was
Capos?
good.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
It's
Capos?
Yeah, yeah.
Capos?
So I've reached out to Dave Portnoy 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Bro?
To try to get him to do a guest spot, whatever. I'll take you to all the pizza spots. He's got Uber Deb.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
What's
got the lady in Connecticut that drives him around.
Yeah.
What?
He calls her Uber
The
Deb.
older lady, yeah.
I told her I'd be, I told him I'd be Lyft Adam, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take you wherever you want to go, whatever. He hadn't hit me up or nothing, but I mean, these would probably be the 4 joints that I took him
He
to.
doesn't
Yeah.
come south. Like
He's been here before.
San Antonio?
Someplace in New Braunfels that he tried.
No, there's a bunch in San Antonio. He did not give San Antonio good scores. He went to the University of Michigan, and Michigan played in the Final Four while it was here in San Antonio. So he was down here for that, and he did some reviews.
Yeah.
So you just go to his app,
One Bite app, right?
One Bite app, and you can go look at all the scores,
Yep.
and you can zoom into San Antonio, and it'll tell you where he's been. And he was not very nice to San Antonio,
No.
but he did not go to.
I know he had a piñata in one of the
Yeah.
videos. He had like a
Yeah,
piñata and he
he
was
did.
there in like
Yeah.
a sombrero.
He
I was
tore.
all like,
He
But
tore.
Mayweather?
He tore Big Lou's up.
Oh, but
Big
Trash.
Lou's is
Big
nasty,
Lou's
though.
is not that good, bro.
Right.
Like
I agree.
Well, they just bank on the like, hey, we gotta go to Big Lou's because they have these big long
big
pizzas.
pizzas,
Right.
Yeah, and well, you know what is like pretty decent is that brisket pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they serve it with pickles and like so it's like a brisket pickle.
Mars
pizza.
has a brisket pizza.
For real?
Yeah, Molly loves it. Molly she asked why I wasn't presenting that
The brisket pizza?
instead of a cheese pizza. I was
Yeah,
like, because
cheese.
that's the rules.
You gotta have control. I mean, you
cheese.
gotta,
Yeah.
it's all
You
in it,
can't you can't give a score on a pepperoni pizza and then
Versus
do a
a cheese
score
pizza.
versus a cheese
Yeah,
pizza
right.
versus a brisket pizza. You
Well,
can't.
even pepperoni to pepperoni, because then that's to me like a whole different category. Like,
Right.
you know, like their
Amen.
cheese pizza is 10 times better than that one, but their pepperonis
Are
are bomb.
good.
You know what I mean? So
Yes,
it's just like,
exactly.
And I was also telling Steven when he got here last time I was going to cheat because I didn't know it's just cheese pizzas. I got pepperoni.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
They have a pizza called the Area 51 where they cook it pepperoni and cheese, and then when it's done baking, they do olive oil and jalapeno juice.
What?
Yeah.
It is delicious. And I was going to cheat last time, but I
Do
didn't.
that. Yeah.
You know, so
Man, you could have
Decided
cheated. I
against
wouldn't
it.
have been mad.
Yeah.
No, I'll be
Yeah.
honest,
That sounds delicious.
he still would have given it a 6.2.
Yeah.
It was the olive oil.
The olive oil really did it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, who wants to start
I mean,
tonight?
you gave the old scores.
Yeah, he did.
So let's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave it over what
Yeah.
you knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So on the Mars pizza, I probably got it at 7.3 this time around.
That's a
Dude,
five. That's a half a point jump.
Yeah, dude, because it was like pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I was imagining it like very hot and like crispy right out of the oven.
Right.
Bro, I think the hard part for us, like grading this, is like, is it a San Antonio 7.3, or
For
is
sure.
it, versus, you know, we're not known
Other
for
pizza?
pizza, right?
Yeah.
But he says like Connecticut for him is one of the good places
Nepo-
for pizza.
Neapolitan style,
Yeah.
Connecticut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what is, you know what I mean? Like, what is the San Antonio 7.3? You know what I mean? Like over there, is that like, yeah, this is a 6. It's
probably like a 4 or
I
something
really
like
like.
that.
I'm curious.
So
because-
all of us have had Miss Ellie's.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can all remember it because I know we've all had it more than once.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just set a standard right now. What would you give Miss Ellie's? Just straight away,
I
Miss
think
Ellie's.
all of us, the
8,
minimum we have to give
like,
is 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Yeah,
San
for sure.
Antonio.
Yeah,
easy.
I had an 8.6 for
Yeah.
sure. Super good.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think so?
I don't
You
know.
got
I mean, I'm trying.
It's been a
I'm
while.
trying to think about a standard, like, because
Well, because you
it's
see what I'm saying?
it's hard to standardize. Because he does his based off of the like ice skating standards.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Because ice skating, nobody ever gets a perfect score.
You can't.
Right.
You can't.
You
You, know what I'm
cannot
saying?
do it.
So, but there's no different standards for American ice skating or China ice skating. It's just a
Yeah.
set score. So
That's
like,
true, yeah.
for me, I'm trying to think like, I don't know, like, is there a standard in,
Yeah.
in food? You know,
Yeah.
when it comes to like pizza, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's different.
Yeah.
Is it just one scoreboard, or is like, oh no, that's an American
think-
7 pizza, but in New York that's a 4.
Well, have you ever
Yeah.
had New York pizza in New York?
Yeah,
well,
did
then
it-
so with what
Get into the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
with that, well then
There you
that's
go.
my argument though. That's my argument though. Is like,
My
That
bad.
thing moves, you're not gonna break it.
well, so see, that's my argument. Is okay. Well, if New York is that good of a pizza, then it's an 8, it's a 9, and then Texas pizza should only be like a 6,
Right.
or a 4. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it shouldn't be no. This is a Texas 8,
Right.
and then a New York 4.
Well,
You
it's hard
can't.
because we don't have.
But we don't have
Dave has
the ability
obviously
to,
a big- you know what I mean?
the
But-
ability to go and taste that pizza. I
Right.
get that, but I think it's hard to standardize pizza like we would
you just have to go with-
standardize like women. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
she's
Right.
a California, no, but
Yeah,
San
yeah,
Antonio,
yeah,
she's,
yeah.
you know, she's a 4.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, I mean, however y'all want to standardize it.
Okay, let me ask you like this. You take
That's funny.
You do okay. So we all agreed that a Texas score for Miss Ellie's is going to be an 8.5.
Yeah. like
You
that's
take
it,
you take Miss Ellie's and you put it up in New York. What's it going to be?
But look, here's my thing, right? I've been to New York, and when my family goes up there, we always make a list like to hit some pizza places. Like
Yeah.
my kids grade the pizzas, so like I feel like
See, that's
my
dope.
rating of like a 8.6 for Miss Ellie's is a legit rating,
legit.
even compared to New York.
Okay.
Because there are some places in New York I've eaten at that are not as good as Miss Ellie's.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that was
for
part of my
sure.
question. That's good because I don't have
Yeah.
any kind of comparison for that, and
Yeah.
you do. So that's different. So
And I've had like pizza that's like way better than Miss Ellie's. Like, the day before night did this place called DeFara's in New York, and like me and my girl had like a long layover, like 3 hour layover in New York. So we were like, F
gotta
it,
go.
we're just gonna get on the
Yeah.
subway, and we went all the way to Brooklyn. And like it was the longest train ride. It was hot. Like, dude, New York's cool in the winter and awful in the summer. It's like a hot
so you were drenched.
drench, dude.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
get
Like,
to
like the first time you podcasted?
yeah, exactly.
Got it.
You see, look, the fan's saving me right now. But then you get to DeFara's, and it's just like this hole in the wall, and it's hot in there because they just have a oven,
Oh,
like
no.
2 little tables, and like no AC, and
Yeah.
everybody's just sweating. And you get this pizza, and you're thinking, man, I'm not gonna enjoy this, dude. I'm like
Right.
sweating, but it was amazing. It was awesome. So I feel like my standard. I mean, I don't know.
mean, no, I'll
that feels
take that.
kind of uppity. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel
but-
like that's
No,
a
no,
fair
no.
standard.
I don't
though.
think it feels
Yeah.
uppity. It
For
feels
what
like
we're
you've
doing.
had that experience. Like
yeah,
you couldn't. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I can't do that. But if you feel like you can, I'm gonna take that.
yeah. I mean,
So
I don't know.
let's say 8.5, 8.6. I mean, at least, right?
Yeah, we'll just say 8.5 is the standard.
yeah.
You know,
Right.
I don't think any of these pizzas are going to go above 8.5.
Yeah, I think we all agreed that.
I don't think so.
I think
yeah.
we can get close,
All right.
but
For me, like I break it up into sections. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like each pizza, like there's a reason why, like we're talking about Dave Portnoy. Obviously, like he'll turn it around and go to the crust after a few bites, right?
Yes,
Right.
Because
definitely.
like the
that
cheese,
matters.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Crust
to me,
matters.
it does for sure. A
Yeah.
lot of people just throw that crust like
Yeah, if you don't eat your
Yeah,
crust,
like,
dude, what are you,
bro.
10?
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
are you 5 years old?
It's like cutting the crust off a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What are you, 5?
What do you do,
right.
right?
what are you
I
doing?
stop excusing that after, like you said, 10 or 11. I
Yeah.
stop excusing like,
Yeah.
no, eat the crust, bro. You're,
Yeah,
Yeah, you're an adult.
Right.
Well, even when I was little, man, my dad was like, "Yeah, y'all better eat the crust."
Yeah,
y'all better
No,
eat.
you're gonna eat that. Yeah.
Well, as a parent, you're telling a child that just, to fill them
All
up.
your food.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You need
exactly.
to eat the crust because it's going to be what fills you up,
Right.
and
But to me,
that's
like-
that's going to be the
But now
part
look
that
at me, I'm
doesn't make
obese.
me have to give you
So-
more.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if I had a pizza because you decided not to eat the crust.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's sections. It's definitely important, right? Because like
Yes.
to me, like today, the cheese
At Mars.
at Mars was really good. It was like tasty.
Super
it was
good.
like juicy, and that was a surprise to me. Like I guess maybe I just don't remember. I think that might have been the first time I had Mars.
Yeah.
But the cheese was like really good. But like the crust doesn't stand up to Capo's crust. You know
No,
what I mean?
for sure.
That's why it's hard for me when I start like grading.
Yeah.
I'm just like the cheese was an 8, right? I was making that up, but the crust was like a 5, and then
Right.
the Capos, maybe the cheese is not an 8, maybe it's 7.5, but the crust is an 8, so automatically now Capos is better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So today when I ordered Mars online, and I've ordered Mars online 100 times,
Yeah.
I have finally found the thin and crispy button.
Oh yeah.
okay.
I
And-
love it.
And so
Thin and
that's
crispies are
when I do it regular, without thin and crispy, I mean it's not thick. I
Right.
mean, but it's definitely not what it was today.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a game changer actually for Mars.
It could be yeah.
But let's
And-
get to that. What is like thin and crispy versus hand toss, man?
I was just gonna
So
say
what's an authentic pizza?
Well, hand toss I like, but like then you start going like Pizza Hut has this pan pizza, which is like a loaf of bread with like
yeah, and I
cheese on
don't
it.
want
on
that.
it,
Yeah.
My wife ordered that last night, and I was like, oh no, this is for sure you got pan pizza, not hand tossed. And she was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, it's cool. Just like don't do it again.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, I guess with that being said, when you like said how we were categorizing, Texas pizza, New York pizza.
That's a good point.
Now is there a category for? Well, you can't score a regular pan pizza 7.5, and then a thin crust pizza 7.5 because are those different categories of pizza?
Right.
Now? You know what I'm saying? So, or is it just there's a base like it's just pizza like
There-
it's
yeah.
bread?
I don't think there can be a base.
No?
No, because that's why we're only doing cheese pizzas. That's why we're not getting toppings,
That's true.
because there's
That's
not
true.
a base.
Taking different
That's
stages.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, my number one is thin crust. And I'll say this, and y'all are probably gonna burn me at the stake. For this.
Pineapples, don't say
No,
it.
absolutely not. As far as thin and crispy crust goes, and y'all are gonna burn me at the stake for this, Pizza Hut. I love
Pizza Hut
Pizza Hut
though.
thin and crispy. Now, if you put
I do too.
that, and you take Mars, everything else, and put it on a thin and crispy Pizza Hut, I'm sold.
I
I'll
love
eat-
Pizza Hut thin and crispy.
Yeah.
I honestly do.
I just have to respectfully decline.
Go ahead, go for it. I ain't mad at it.
I'll do something with you.
You can disrespectfully decline that as well. But then the next, but I can live without it. What I cannot live with is so much sauce. My sauce to cheese ratio, I need way less sauce
Thin cheese.
than cheese. And that's what made Mars good today because there wasn't a whole lot of sauce on it.
See, and that's so hard with the grading when you have all these many people with different.
But see, look, I feel like everybody kind of has the ratio down pretty much with all these pizzas because when there's too much sauce, your cheese just slides right off.
Right.
100%.
So
Right.
like none of these, like, because I feel like they know.
Well, we
when
chose
it's-
good places. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. When it's like a lot of cheese, it's already like all the grease and stuff. So nobody puts a lot of sauce. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
like cheesy, greasy pizza. You
Right.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. We chose good places because you definitely see where the sauce is oozing out the side or whatever it is, and it's
Yeah.
like I definitely like some sauce, but come on, guy.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah. How big's your ladle?
Yeah. Relax, yeah. But I definitely hate when they don't put enough sauce. Like when I go to Mod Pizza, have y'all been to Mod?
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah, right. Like I've gotten it as like a fast food pizza, like 'cause it was really close to my work.
Yeah.
So I was, instead of me like ordering pizza and spending an extra
Yeah, no, I
$10,
got you.
Yeah.
So I went to Mod and it's still pizza at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's still
No,
cheese
it's
and-
not.
Steve
It
is
is
not.
not.
Steve is
No.
getting mad. Look, Steve is getting mad.
It's not pizza. It's Lunchables to go.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Lunchables to go. That's
Absolutely.
What,
You
that's
could
what
get-
Mod Pizza is.
It's a Lunchables pizza with the option for a
Yeah,
cauliflower
that's
crust
it.
too.
I-
That's
Oh my
disgusting.
God.
I was
Gosh.
so upset when I stepped in and I was like, you know what, I'll give this place a shot. And there was like I don't even know, it was like some KFC or something next door to it, and I was like, I should have just.
That should have been your
Guys,
It's
sign.
like
to-
KFC, Taco Bell, Mod Pizza.
Mod
Do you want fried chicken on your pizza?
Oh
But
no!
yes, I would never have Mon Pizza again. Again, respectfully.
yeah.
Oh,
But you described it perfectly with like the Lunchable to go. That's
Even
right,
the
'cause
crust looks like
they
it
put-
has like
yeah.
those little holes. They
Right.
like roll it with that
And then
thing.
they put like I swear it was like an equivalent to like 3 scoops of sauce, and I'm like, well, nah, man, like I want to taste the sauce. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. What's like the Subway
Oh.
for pizza, right? And it's
It wasn't enough sauce.
it wasn't enough.
Oh.
At all.
That's
At
gross.
all.
because they have the little ladle, right?
Yeah,
It's like a little.
and then they
baby one.
spread it, but I'm like, bro, I still see a
You're
lot
not
of
fooling
white.
me.
I still
You're
a
not
lot of
fooling
white
me,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the Subway guys are too sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You're not fooling me. I asked for more lettuce.
Yeah.
Like,
Back on the discussion of like pizza. Have you had like do y'all do white sauce?
I don't.
it's a game changer, dog.
So, I had white sauce one time on a Domino's pizza, and it was fire.
The Alfredo sauce,
yeah,
right?
the Alfredo sauce
Okay.
with I did Philly cheesesteak,
Okay.
meat, onions, bell peppers, and cheese with the Alfredo sauce.
With the Alfredo sauce. That is a game
Ask Riley.
changer.
That's one of his favorites that we've ever
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
And I don't like Domino's.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I think they put something on my door or something. I'm like, you know what?
yeah.
Let's give this a try.
$5 off, sure.
Sure.
I can pick this up for $5. Okay.
Gotcha. No, but no, I put everybody on it basically on ham. I put everybody on
Yeah.
on that white sauce because that's what I get. That's if unless like I'm going out to eat like pizza, I get Domino's and I get white sauce. It's white sauce and Parmesan and pepperoni and spinach, and it's a game changer.
Spinach
pizza.
on pizza is low key. It's fire too.
It is,
Like-
especially when it's a little thin, a little crispy, adds a little texture to it.
Yep.
It's when they
Right.
hide it under the cheese.
Yes.
And it gets all wet and like and it's just like all sloppy and
Yeah.
You're saying that's when it's not good.
that's
Oh,
when it's
God.
not good.
Right, okay,
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
still talking about pizza.
Where's this podcast going?
Who knows? Who knows? All right, so let's just go ahead and we'll
Yeah.
jump into it. Let's do Mars. We set the standard for Miss Ellie's,
Gotcha.
our favorites in San Antonio at an
Oh, so now we
8.5.
all go Mars. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll all do Mars right now. And Jesse, go ahead.
Okay, my Mars, I'm gonna move it up to about like a 6.9. I thought it was pretty good, like for what it was. The crust for me, it was good, but it was like flaky almost. Like when I bit into it, I thought of that video clip where it's like buttery flaky. It's that old man trying to say buttery flaky crust.
You can't say it.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally what I thought of. It was a little too rich, but I feel like it was a solid pizza. Like it kind of.
It's good taste.
It was a pizza you'd have again.
Yes.
Okay.
Not cheese. Maybe I'd order that special one you were talking about.
If you're in the area.
For sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool.
And so for me, I don't eat thin crust pizza. So I think the pizza itself, like the cheese, the
right.
sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on another level than last time. I tell you that.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
I would have to give Mars today, and again, I'll factor in the thin crust is personal. I'd probably have to give it a 6.2.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, it was great pizza. Like
Yeah.
if I would go back, but I'd get it just the way I'd want it.
Yeah.
And it'd be perfect.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But thin crust for me, it's
Right.
like eating like Ritz crackers, and so for me, I'm just not a big fan of
That's
that.
what it tastes like, though.
Yeah. So
I like rich crackers.
wait a second, guys. This is like
So I was actually right under Jesse at like a 6.7, because this time, like I said, the cheese was really good, and it was juicy, but the crust was to me, it didn't have any kind of like. I like there to be like a crunch on the outside and like a good in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I'm fluffy. Am I thinking fluffy or I don't know if that's the right word, but I want it
Thick
to
with
be-
2 C's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you're sick, stay at home.
Yeah.
If you're thick,
Come
home.
How's
come
it-
on
yeah.
over.
How's it going? Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So so that's gonna be me for Mars, but Mars was good. I like it.
So last time Mars for me was a little lower because I got the pepperoni, everybody else got the cheese. You know, I misinterpreted the rules, or I missed, wherever we said just cheese pizza, and I think that played a part of it. Because last time I remember it did have a whole lot of flop, and I don't like that. Like I like to fold it in the middle and
Yeah.
it just sit there.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
Today it had no flop. I think the pepperoni grease, being off of it, helped it out a lot. So for me, Mars, I'm gonna give a 7-1 today. Just
Solid
because I've loved Mars since the first day I went.
Yeah.
And this has been, God, Riley's 12 years old. He was probably a year old the first time I had it. So
Hey.
we're talking like 11 or 10 years.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's just right here on Nacogdoches, O'Connor and Naco.
Okay. Yeah. Over closer to 35.
No, not
So
even.
is like the nostalgia going into your score?
Absolutely.
Kinda?
Absolutely.
Ah, okay.
Damn.
But also
bad.
It adds 0.3.
but also the crust. I enjoyed the crust today better than I've ever enjoyed the crust because I haven't been ordering it thin and crispy. You gonna throw that at me?
no. I say something wrong right now.
Say it! I dare you. So yeah, that's me.
So that's Mars.
Mars
Mars in the books.
is in the books. Next,
We do mellow mushroom.
melon mushroom. Let's go.
You brought it.
So I'll start with that. That's the one I brought. Now again, I like to just say this as like
disclaimer,
A
yeah.
disclaimer. They put Parmesan at the end of their pizza, so when it comes out the oven, they just throw some Parmesan on there. So it's naturally a little different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying as far as taste buds go. But
Right.
today was a little. I think today for me, prior to last time, it was a little more bread. This time,
Okay.
this time around, but I think for me the flavor is still there. So again, if we're getting the base off of Miss Ellie's, I'd probably give it a 6.9 today.
Okay.
A 6.9 today.
Takashi.
Let's
Yeah.
shout out Treyway. Let's go.
Trash.
Let's go, baby.
I can't believe I can't believe I just brought that up.
Oh,
Trash.
Treyway. But yeah, 6.9. I'm in the mushroom.
Mellow mushroom. Okay.
All
for it, Jesse.
For me, I personally never put Parmesan on my pizza.
I don't either.
I feel like Parmesan's super salty, super strong flavor. I feel like it destroys any kind of flavor. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Don't mean it in the most disrespectful ways possible.
They're brothers. You can tell they're brothers.
So And honestly, it was very doughy. Like I felt like it was like too doughy today, almost like the 7-Eleven pizzas. Like not that bad,
Wow.
but
Wow.
thick. I gave it a 6.5, which the last time
That's really good though. For like the way
Yeah.
you just explained.
Do you
it.
really?
No, I mean
No,
like
the
if
score is
Portnoy
high.
gives them a 6.5, like he's like, yo, this is a solid pizza.
no, so it's like what is it like the 5? Like anything of 5 between like a 5 and a 7. It's like if you're in the area, you'll go.
Right.
But like you don't go out of your way to go
Yeah,
get
but
it.
the way you
Right.
described it, it sounded like you're
definitely
gonna
under
pass that
5.
up to go to any next.
Well, I
place.
mean, to be honest with you, I always pass it up.
yeah,
Yeah, but Miss Ellie's just so close to Mellow Mushroom right here on 281.
Right.
So that's why I just
True.
you know, or really anywhere else.
yeah.
To be
I
honest.
wasn't anticipating that 6.5 after
But
the.
he like when he goes and eats there because
Yeah.
they eat there a lot. He'll post pictures of like the pizza with like spinach or like basil or something on it.
Right.
Dude, it looks so good when he
Yeah.
posts the pictures. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe it's better when you're there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be obviously way more fresh,
Yeah, it's gonna be right
for
out the
sure.
oven.
and,
for
and
sure.
it's you're adding flavors that obviously you like more than just cheese.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
But see, I feel like we're on a tough scale too because all the pizzas we brought are pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like all these places you should try
Right.
at least like once.
sure.
Right?
Plus, we're not sitting at home waiting on one of our podcast participants to get here,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and the pizza's just sitting in the box, hanging out with
Well,
us.
I got confused. I thought I was smarter than what you said.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. So you gave it a what?
6.5.
6.5?
Yeah. It was all right.
Yeah.
But I think Mars beat it this time. Last time I gave it a 7.4 because I thought it was really good, but I
Yeah.
just didn't like the Parmesan on it.
Yeah.
But this time around, no, it's not that good.
Yeah.
To me.
I don't ever add Parmesan either. I was telling Marcus like I don't not like Parmesan. I'm never adding it. It's pretty salty.
Yeah.
And this time again, I don't know if it played better. Like I was saying, it tastes better this time.
Get in the mic, man.
Am I not?
You keep getting off.
Am I not?
Yeah. Now you are. Yeah, when you go sideways, just
I took a break.
Adjust.
I'm not as good as this
There you go.
Refrigerator
servo
moving.
as I was. You know what I mean?
refrigerator moving. Hey, if y'all need a refrigerator moved, call my man.
Yeah, yeah. Do not
6
do
months lead time.
He'll he'll take 6 months to move it.
that. It'll be done between now and February. But I don't know, maybe because it got to sit a little bit or whatever
Yeah.
it was today. For me, it tastes a little bit better. But I agree with the Parmesan like taking over the pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which, if you like Parmesan, is great. You know what I mean? But now, especially with just the cheese, it might not take over when you're adding spinach and all
Yeah.
that other stuff. You know what I mean? But now, I feel like it's cheese and then it's Parmesan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that hurts it, I think. But again, if that's how they do it, I mean, we're gonna talk about Capos later, and they added like that rosemary or whatever it was,
Yeah.
which made it delicious.
But it's like overpower. Rosemary has that effect too.
Yeah.
It can
100%.
overpower flavors as well. So
Right. So we can. I don't think we can discount the them adding the Parmesan because that's how they make the pizza, right?
gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's if it's there, it's there. And for me, probably like a 6.2. But I think last time I did it a little bit lower.
Nice, okay.
But I'll probably give it a 6.2.
Nice.
I never understood the Parmesan putting cheese on cheese. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's a-
mean? I
That
don't.
is kind of it's kind of redundant.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't. And cheese is great. Don't get me wrong. We had this conversation before we started eating pizza. Cheese makes a lot of things
Yeah.
It's better.
better.
Yeah.
But I never did understand the cheese on cheese. Do you want Parmesan? Like, no, because I got.
Maybe it's like people that like super salty stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like because
It could,
cheese is
yeah.
already salty, and then you add like
Right.
a Parmesan that's
Right.
double salty.
Now the red pepper flakes.
I like red pepper.
I'll do.
I like
I'll
red
do
pepper
that.
flakes.
I do too.
But I mean, if they ask me if I want it, if they ask me if I want red pepper flakes, I'm gonna say yes. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to ask for red pepper flake. You know, this kind of thing. Top it.
It's too hard to own open the packets.
Right,
It's
me,
too hard. I don't do it.
putting my own toppings on pizza is just not appealing to me. So,
Yeah.
it was good today. I feel like it was better today than it was last time.
Yeah.
Same thing with Mars. I don't particularly care for the Parmesan, but it doesn't bother me either.
Right.
I feel like Mars was better, but I still am going to give it like a 6.8.
Yeah.
Because it was I love Mellow Mushroom. When I was in Memphis last weekend, my mom brought like $120 worth of Mellow Mushroom.
Jeez.
And we ate it all up. It was good.
Throw it up.
What kind of mushroom?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish.
for 120. Yeah.
We were in Memphis, not Denver. So yeah, 6.8 on the mellow mushroom for me. I enjoyed
I dig
it. Yeah.
Dig it.
Who's next?
Oh,
Capos.
Capos. Yeah, I bought Capos,
All right.
which is the same one I bought last time. Am I in the mic? I'm just kidding. So, Capos. I mean, today. I mean, there was no Miss Ellie's to go up against it this time. But the Capos crust for me has always been good because it's the way I like it. Which, if you don't like it that way, then maybe it's not as good. But for me, it's the way I like it. 'Cause
Right.
It has like underneath, it's got that burn. You know what I mean? That crispiness, and you see like the black. Dark.
Dave calls it the undercarriage.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Let's go.
Exactly.
My homie been doing his homework.
I love a good undercarriage.
I love a good
And
undercarriage.
so I like it like that.
When it comes out of somebody else's mouth, it makes it even more funny.
Yeah. So the crust is big for me because that's especially when it's thin like that. You know what I mean? It plays a big part. The rosemary added to it. It was good. Like there was probably one bite where I got like there was too much of it.
Yeah, I got you.
But for me, Capos is a good go-to, especially because it's super close to where I live. And so I would give that one like a 7.5.
Nice.
Capos was my favorite last time.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I put it above Miss Ellie's last time.
Yeah, it was
You were
all
still
about,
learning. You were still learning.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, that's fair. I'm trying to learn from the best. So the company I'm keeping has been changing, and we met Jesse and Marcus, through flag football. So we had to make them the homies. So
Let's go. My homie.
so
My
they're teaching.
podcasting homie.
Yeah. So today it was not my favorite, but it was still delicious. I actually enjoyed the rosemary, the basil, whatever it was. I loved it. The cheese to sauce ratio. There's a little more sauce than I like to how much cheese was actually on it, but it was still delicious. The crust was good.
Yeah.
So for me, 7.6.
Nice.
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 good,
yeah.
Nice.
That's a good. Yeah.
That's a good score.
Yeah.
So hands down, Capos was the best pizza. Capos. I say
Capos, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Tomato, whatever.
Yeah, I have a list, but I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Capos.
A Capos, a Capos, or a cap. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was the best pizza hands down tonight. Super good, man. The crust was like perfect. Just like it wasn't like dumb thick. It was just thick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
THICC.
Two C's in it, but it wasn't dumb thick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
DUM
Yeah,
thick.
yeah.
Like it was just thick. You know. But was that what it was? Rosemary, dude.
I think that's what it was.
Dude,
Whatever it is, man.
it was good.
It hit. It was
I've
good.
never had a pizza like with that on there like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like my kids won't eat pizza like that because they're like, "What's all that green stuff?" Because they're like
Marijuana.
it's marijuana. Eat it. You need to chill out. You need to chill out. Do your homework. Yeah, COVID has his parents trying crazy things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll do anything.
Do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cheese to sauce ratio I think was perfect. Like there wasn't like you would bite it and all you got was like cheese, and then when you were chewing it, you'd get that little bit of sauce, and the sauce was excellent with the rosemary.
Right.
Dude, great. Crust was excellent. I mean, I don't know, man. It hit different today.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. I'm gonna stick with my old score though. I'm 7.8.
Yeah.
I think it was good. I think like you need to go out of your way to go try it out for sure, man. And I know too during like the whole epidemic thing, they were kind of like doing not too well, and so they started selling like these boxes where like there was just a pizza dough, and then you go home and roll it out, and they had all the toppings in there,
I
so
didn't
you
know
could
that.
just kind of
Yeah.
make it yourself. But definitely, I would go out of my way to get it. It was great. Crust
Yeah.
was on point. Honestly, I could just probably eat the crust.
Yeah,
like that's
100%.
how good it was.
100% I could, yeah.
Like it was very, very good.
And I think there's only 2 in San Antonio, and Jones actually knows the owner.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Man, get sponsored.
I know, right?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
And there's only 2 in San Antonio, one on Blanco and one on Broadway.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the newer one, right? The one on Broadway.
The one on Blanco, I think, is the newer one.
Oh,
Broadway is
okay.
the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right behind the Chili's, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super good though.
Yep.
Go get it.
Go get it.
Now.
Well, they're close.
Well, I think for myself, yeah, it was the best one today for sure. I have nothing else to say that y'all haven't said about the pizza, so I'll just say my score. For me, I would have to say
He was retasting it. He's picking it out of his teeth.
I can still taste the rosemary. I think it's 1947 cheese. No, yeah, I would give that a probably a 7-9 for me.
7-9.
7-9. It
That's
was
a good one,
it's
yeah.
it's a good it's a really it's a really really good pizza. So I would definitely. I mean, I only eat it when you bring it,
Yeah.
but now I'm gonna remember. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go out my way for that for sure.
I remember last time when I said Capo's was my favorite, all of y'all looked at me like, what?
Oh, because yeah.
But you know why? I think it's because Miss Ellie's was there, and I
Right.
think it overshadowed a little bit of how good Capo's is.
That's
Like,
fair.
Maybe it was good this time that Miss Ellie's wasn't. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you could give like Capo's its fair shake. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's kind of unfair too, man, because we keep bringing up Miss Ellie's, and it's like,
I know.
you know what I mean? Like,
Shelly's is still taking the.
I know,
taking the
right?
shine.
Like,
Like,
That's
shine.
okay though. Like if you
Yeah.
haven't, listen. I'm just gonna say it right now. If you haven't had Miss Ellie's,
go
go
it.
have Miss Ellie's.
Go get it.
Don't go tomorrow; they're closed.
Yeah, do not.
Go Tuesday, but go
Right.
and enjoy the garlic knots too, because the garlic knots there. Are
Dude, the
delicious.
garlic
There's a
nuts.
lot though. You cannot.
But don't,
eat
yeah,
that.
yeah,
can't-
yeah. Don't
no.
eat more than
They're,
2
they're
because
rolls.
then you
They're
won't.
full on rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't eat the pizza if you
But
have
I-
more than 2 garlic.
I love how they
nuts.
throw them in the oven, and then it gets like all crispy, kind of,
Yeah.
and it's like salt. It's almost like a pizza crust, but just like infused with garlic and butter.
Yeah.
So
no, those are
good.
delicious for sure. That's what happens when you get too many rolls.
I bet
Sans 3 garlic roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Garlic
that's
Exactly.
what happens if you have more than 2.
Right.
You turn into stupid, not Mario.
Adam loves it.
I love it. Hey, listen. Let me just say this, dude. We make fun of Mario a lot on here, and I call him stupid Mario. And the reason I do that, and the reason I do that is because Mario can take it.
Oh, 100%.
That there's certain people. Let's just say, for instance, in the petty committee, who can dish it but who can't take it.
Oh, 100%.
Alan Michael Cooks.
Yes, that one.
Whatever.
100%.
Tag him. Let's
Yeah.
go.
100%.
Last
So-
time he was like, "Y'all aren't gonna go to Brian." Like nobody wants to go to Brian, bro.
He
There's
wanted us
nothing
to
in
drive
that
over there
city.
to find him, remember?
Yeah,
To drive to Brian
to
for this?
Brian. Okay.
But when it comes to Mario, you can dish it to Mario, and Mario can take it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna dish it right back out
Right.
to you, and it's a
more fun
give.
that way, 100%.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why I love Mario, and that's why I'm comfortable picking on Mario
Yeah.
without him here to defend himself, because he's going to get back at me,
Right.
in another
way.
way.
Yeah, right.
So it's whatever. Love Mario. That's the dog. He's still stupid though, and so are the Dodgers.
Wow. Have you met your doppelganger?
Have I met my
Yeah.
doppelganger? No.
No. Has anybody met your doppelganger or seen your own doppelganger?
Mm-mm.
No.
Well, there's a bunch of people that say like look like me or whatever. I've had one time I had this dude run over to me at a golf course, and I was on the tee box, or I was on the green, and he was on the next tee box. So he had just finished that hole, and starts like not literally running, but power walking for sure, power walking. And he's like, hey, like waving me down, and I'm like,
Kinda
what?
weird,
Like, what
dude.
happened? Yeah, exactly. And he's like, hey, anybody ever told you look like Tim Tebow? And I was and since then,
shit.
since then.
You do look like Tim Tebow.
Bro, since then I've heard it minimum 10 times, at least.
Dude, you look like Tim Tebow.
Yeah. This was like 5 years ago probably, and I've heard it 10 times since then.
So I've been told if I was missing one of my front tooth, Mick Foley.
Who's Mick Foley?
Mankind.
Mankind, the wrestler. Dude,
Poor Brosa. Brosa's a 90s
Generally know
baby.
Mankind.
Dude,
Yeah,
love,
we all
We don't know.
yeah, dude, love, mankind.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Mick
say
Foley.
Luke Combs.
Who? I don't know who that is. I listen to good music. I don't listen
So
to
6'9",
Huh?
Yeah.
6'9".
Absolutely not.
Let's go.
He did not make my
Not.
list.
Wait, no, seriously though, like his old songs don't get you hype.
Who?
6ix9ine.
No.
No, are you listening to the lyrics, or what do you, or is it just? Like
I'm
the
listening
image?
to everything
ruined
and I
for him
don't
already.
like it.
I
Is
think
it?
it's
Oh,
ruined
it's
for
just
him.
because you saw what he looks like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
It has to be it.
No.
That has to be it.
The first time I heard him,
I mean,
didn't
that's
know.
it. That's what it is.
The
for
music
me.
gets you hyped.
Yeah.
Like if you don't see who he is, somebody just like, hey man, listen to this song, and you don't see like a rainbow haired kid,
Then
like
it's
that's
good.
all goofy and trying really hard to be
It
cool.
was, I saw it before I heard his music, and so I just didn't even.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
But it was already tainted for me, I think, before like just the today's hip hop and
I didn't-
rappers. Anyways.
Why do you have to scream at me?
Why?
You understand what you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna put you on my radio, why are you screaming at me?
You don't listen to metal?
I just put you on to my radio for you to entertain me, and you're yelling at me.
That's why I like Luke Holmes because
I don't appreciate that. You know? Nah, I just,
You should message him on Instagram. Wow, dude, come on,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
chill out.
Relax.
yeah, well, whatever. Maybe I'll give him another try. I don't know. We'll do another.
We'll give Takashi 6'8".
Not a 6'9".
It's no Miss Ellie's, but
There's no Miss Ellie.
That's funny.
all right. Pizza number 4.
Last one.
That was Jesse's.
I brought it. So there's a local favorite by the crib. If I don't want to go get fast food pizza, I go to Yagi's. It's right by the HEB in the same little shopping center. They have a $5.99 lunch deal, 2 slices and a can of soda.
Oh dang.
Pretty legit. It's good, excellent pizza.
I feel like every good pizza joint should be doing something like that.
All of
for,
them.
for the, lunch,
100%.
for the lunch goers.
in New York, you walk into like the places like $1 a slice and a soda.
Same thing.
Literally.
with Miss Ellie's, right? Same thing. I mean,
Yeah, same thing with just like that. And like it's like they're like I'm waiting in line. I'm like, let me decide. And there's like people over my shoulder like throwing dollars, and the dudes are just throwing pizzas out. They're like looking at me like, "What do you want, dude? Hurry up!" You know, I'm all like Texas, all slow. Like, let me
Yeah.
think about this. But anyway, Yagi's, super good pizza. When it's like really fresh, it's crispy. Like the crust is crispy, no flop,
I like that,
no
yeah.
flop at all. The crust is great. Like literally every time I go to HEB, I stop in, get 2 slices and a soda, and then I go shopping.
Yeah.
So that way I don't shop hungry.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But I
that's a good idea.
still shop hungry. So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
you know what I mean? You know what's crazy? I don't mean to get off point.
No, go ahead. We,
but,
we love these left
But
turns.
my dad used to take us to HEB, and man, I used to hate it because we would just be there and he would just be walking around,
Yeah.
like checking people out. You know what I mean? Like checking women out and like,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, "Oh yeah, look at that girl." And I'm like 12, and I'm like, dude, I'm not like I'm not even there yet. I don't have no hair in my armpits yet. I'm like, you know, and I'm like, "Mom just said to come get bread, man. What are we doing?" 2 hours later, dude.
You went for bread. Dad was looking at buns.
Let's go.
He left with cake.
I saw this video. Speaking of that, I saw this video on Instagram the other day, and there's this chick, and she's in a bikini, and she's looking at herself or whatever, and this little kid walks in and licks her booty, and then starts
saw
laughing
that.
at it. Did you not see this?
No.
I saw
Dog.
that.
And I was embarrassed for everybody involved.
Bro, little kid though. like,
Little kid, not
6?
not
And he was like, and then he looked at her like,
Yeah, absolutely. So you know, dad's at home being a creep or whatever, you
He
know.
said, "You know what it is."
You know what that? He literally had that
Yeah.
face, dog.
So yeah, that's what that reminded me of.
That's funny.
But yeah, anyway, so
Yagi's.
now I'm older, you know,
Yeah.
and I get it. You know what I mean? Not like the whole checking out, because I'm not like a crazy like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like I love to just walk around HEB because it's like very calming for me. It's like, what do I want these olives or do I want like these pickles? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like whatever.
I don't
so
know
I
what
always,
you mean, but
You don't
I
like
get
that?
what you're saying, but for me it's the opposite. Yeah.
for real, you just like in and out
I don't like going in. Period.
at all.
I don't like it.
I'm with you. I hate
Yeah.
grocery shopping.
I do too.
Do you like grocery shoppers?
Yeah.
Really?
Like the only thing I do like to go to the grocery store for is to get grapes and look at buns. That's it. That's it. Get grapes, look at buns, and I'm out. It's in and out. But you know, main focus of course is grapes.
Yeah.
Everything else is
buns come
hey.
Yeah.
But anyways,
That's a
Yagi's.
good life lesson, kids.
Yeah.
The buns
Right?
come second.
Yeah. Do not put it first.
But anyway,
Until you're married, then
Yeah,
put your girl's buns ahead of it,
Yeah.
ahead of the grapes.
Yes, babe.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Yagi's solid pizza, man. Cheese is great. Always a crispy crust, never fails. I give it a 7.4. I think Capos beat it for sure. But if you're ever on Babcock and Huebner looking for a lunch deal, this is the place to go, man. There's a couple of joints around there too, like Sapporo's or Saporelli's or something like, I don't know, some fancy name. But like it doesn't hold weight against Yagi's. And like the dude at Yagi's is super cool. He's like an old vet, like hippie, you know, like he's done some acid. You know what I'm saying? But he always remembers me, always remembers my kids. He's super cool, like, you know, and like I don't know, it's just good vibes all around. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
So 7.4
all day.
Good one.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it. Yeah, when I bit into
Hold
it
on,
initially.
Is this because of how he did Mellow Mushroom, or like?
No. So like,
That brother beef.
no. So like,
No, they're
so,
Yeah.
friends.
no. So the thing is, when I first, there was something like, I don't even know if bitter is the right word, but when I bit into it, maybe that's what fresh sauce tastes like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, maybe it was so good that I was like, it's not good.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to buying the canned sauce, so like I think that's good sauce. But now when like somebody's pureeing their own tomatoes,
Right.
maybe actual tomatoes have a different flavor.
Well, yeah, that could be.
So I don't know, but the more I ate it, it got better.
Okay.
But I still think Capos beat it.
Yeah.
But I think it was better than Mellow Mushroom today for me.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna go ahead and give that one probably a 7-1.
Okay.
It was still good pizza. Even though it's in the category of like it'll go out your way and get the pizza, I wouldn't get it unless like I was going to HEB. you know what I'm saying? Like if I was like
To that HEB.
yes, if I was going to that
specifically.
HEB and then being like because I was at Jesse's house and he's like, hey, go to HEB and give me something, and I was craving pizza, then I would stop and get it. But I wouldn't go from my place to
He's like,
Yeah.
so I have to be going to the HEB. I have to be craving pizza specifically.
at that time.
understand.
At that time.
Right. It would have to be during the lunch special, so I'm not spending as much. And like,
I'm making it sound like it's nasty, but it was really good pizza. It's just I think it's just so far from me that I wouldn't go my way. But no, so 7-1. It was good pizza.
so I was actually gonna give it exactly a 7-1 also, because I gave Capos a 7.5. When you opened it, it definitely has that like wow factor. I think it looks like the best pizza color wise because of like it's like that orange, like not burnt cheese obviously, but it's like that cooked cheese, and it looks like there was like some grease involved, which
Hella.
right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So it looked good. So I think I had high hopes going in, and I think because it didn't disappoint me, like, dang it, man, it's just like all looks, like no personality, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like, oh no, like you look good and like you came with it, you know what I mean? So a 7 was me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I gave it a 7-1. I thought it was good.
It was my favorite of the night.
go.
See, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's good.
And here's the thing: I'll take everybody's word, you know, as gospel when they're speaking on something.
Yeah.
I've heard you play Yagi's Up. I've heard you play Miss Ellie's Up, and Miss Ellie's Delivered.
Right.
And so I'm going to take your word as gospel. So if you're wrong,
No matter what.
and what I mean by that is I'm going to take it into consideration.
Right.
Okay, Miss Ellie's is supposed to be the best.
Right.
So you set your bar that high.
Right.
Yes.
So if it doesn't meet the bar, I'm going to bash it.
Right.
Bash
You
it.
know, but if it does meet it, okay, cool. Jesse knows what he's
Let's
talking
go.
about. Marcus knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I've heard him play it up before. I like the look of it. I like that orange cheese look to it.
Yeah.
The crust was good. I gave it a 7.9. It was my favorite for the
Let's
night.
go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That was that.
Yeah.
So
I got a long list of pizza places that I started doing, like, because I hadn't seen Portnoy, come to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like you said, I know you said he did. I just hadn't seen it. And so I got a long list of pizza places in San Antonio that I want to do, like, Facebook videos the same way he
Reviews?
does. Yeah.
Dude.
And reviews. And, like,
so
go
I
and actually do
offered to
this.
be your Frankie when you posted.
Yeah, I haven't done any of it yet.
Yeah, but you completely ignored me anyway. So
He even
Haven't
has his
done
all
anything.
right Frankie shirt on. Look at
yeah,
that.
I know.
I got.
Hella-
Hey, look.
hella
Hey,
committed.
check this out. I got the all right Frankie shirt on.
Let's go.
Did you watch him while he was doing the COVID he
The
had
frozen pizza reviews?
Yeah, he had the purple sweats on.
Let's go.
You made a fan out of it,
Let's
bro.
go.
Yeah, so
You got the merch.
Dude, I love how he did the frozen pizza reviews.
Yeah,
dude.
they
That
were
was
hilarious.
so funny to me, dude.
the one pizza that he did 0.1 or 0.001 or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know he had to fix it. I know he didn't cook it properly.
Yeah.
But they told him we're too busy to send you a pizza. You're not even on our radar. I'm not sending you nothing. We're trying to feed people being affected by COVID and all this stuff.
Hashtag cancel.
Cancel.
Cancel culture. So yeah, I think when he got that pizza, he held the grudge. He cooked it wrong. I mean, when he lifted up that pizza, dude, like it like he cut it up and lifted it up, and it all just fell apart. Like,
Wow.
like
So funny.
I know
he
he
went
did it
before
on
there with
purpose.
the pizza cutter, just
Yeah.
like in all different.
So, yeah, it's pretty funny. Pizza episode, man, it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish we had more people here. Like the champion,
The champ.
Jazz.
yeah.
I was
For
Jazz
the
was
city.
here.
Congrats, though. Congrats.
Whatever. And Wes, no call, no show. So I don't know what his deal is. But speaking of, Jazz is a champ. How was the tournament this weekend? And
For Jazz?
for
Pretty good.
anybody, for just overall.
Yeah.
Well, Jazz had a real good time.
Shout out to Ham. It's my homies.
Yeah.
But
Let's go.
probably the worst defense since
The Grinches.
the worst defenses ever played. Look,
What
I
did he
mean,
say about it? What is he saying about it?
Yeah, come on, come on.
I don't think I was there.
You weren't there.
What
Come
do
on,
you say?
QB.
Izzy said
Take it.
if our defense or something I don't know. I forgot.
Oh, good one.
Well, perfect. Way
He's
better.
scared of his.
Way better. Well, no. Okay. So Ham, we haven't played in a while. You know what I'm saying? Because Flag's dead.
Flag is dead.
I did retire. Again. So coming back, we knew there was gonna be, some things we have to fix. But I mean, it was almost 2 or 3 straight games where we didn't have a single stop. So
Yeah.
they were scoring 30 plus points
Yeah, you
every game.
You can't win like that.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is. Like I don't. We had fun. If
That's
that
good.
means anything. If that means anything, we had fun.
Playing with your boys is always
Yeah,
the best.
that's
win,
always,
win
like,
or
from-
lose.
Buddy ball
Yeah.
all day.
But it was
That's
it was
him,
it
though.
was a good time, man. It was. I'm glad we chose that tournament as the first tournament to come back. It was San Marcos. It was close. There wasn't like any
Yeah.
terrible competition. It was still pretty decent.
Right.
So it was good for us to get our feet wet. But that's all I want to say
hopefully
about.
Since you have that, hopefully it's a little bit of an eye opener. Like if whoever's gonna call the defense is gonna continue calling it, they
We
need
don't have
to.
anybody though. That's the thing.
Well, that is the problem. Then somebody
really
needs to
don't.
like learn, like one your personnel and how that personnel is gonna work. Like this is what Adam did good about at least was from the sideline, like me and him kind of saying like, hey, what are we seeing? All right, cool. I do see this, but our personnel is not gonna. We can't just all of a sudden like, oh, what'd be great is man. Be like, well, no, because we got this here and this here or whatever. Is fixing it to the point where it's like, all right, it's gonna fit your personnel, but put your people in the right spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but it doesn't just happen. You know what I mean? Like I still can't call a defense by myself.
So it was a fun tournament playing in San Marcos. My next question is: we going to the big tournament in Bryan or what?
I'll get the mic to Jesse for that one.
I know,
I don't know too much about that.
I think me and Jesse should
Hell
drive
no.
up there together. And,
Hey, nobody want to go to Bryan. Boring. I didn't even
For
know this.
any reason.
I didn't know this town even existed before these flag football tournaments. Man, all these people talking about come to Bryan.
Yeah.
Nobody want to go to Bryan. I didn't even know nobody lives in Bryan. What? Who names a town after somebody's first name? Doesn't even make sense, dude. No, we ain't going to Bryan.
What's the next
We're
tournament?
gonna probably go to the river and
Yeah.
get drunk. But no, it was kind of cool. This tournament was awesome. It was it's our first time back, so it was very frustrating. Like
I'm sure, yeah.
we were arguing big time, like right off the rip, and I was
San
like,
Marcos is always a good time though.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's not that far.
Except for their San Antonio has bad fields.
they had a couple bad ones.
Those San Marcos fields are awful.
See, but you know what is. I feel like because they're all buddies, right? Nobody talks about that. Those fields are trash, and they
true.
swear they're good. And I'm like, no, these are the worst fields. I mean,
Yeah.
Andy's got a leg up on them.
Yeah.
Just
which is saying something like that's That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So what's the next tournament?
Dallas this weekend.
5-man.
Yeah, Dallas 5-man this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah.
Right now, it's about to start.
Yep.
Who's
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
who's making up the ham squad? Jesse, Marcus.
I mean, so Ham Squad is. I mean, it's pretty much all the race. So it's me, Brosov, Jimmy, Chewy's on the IR right now. He got
Yeah, his
his shoulder.
shoulder,
He messed
yeah.
up his shoulder this weekend.
It was
Alex.
an amazing play. Like
It was.
No, it was a hell of a play. Probably,
yeah.
yeah, the most
hella
like,
athleticism.
yeah, it's like imagine like a majestic, beautiful whale jumping out of water to grab a seal.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was.
And like its last possible chance to grab the seal
Yeah.
to eat for the rest of the
It wasn't a fat joke, by the way. I know you're looking at me like that. No,
You gotta take that one. You gotta-
Totally parallel.
You
to
gotta-
the-
Yeah, if you're sitting like a unicorn prancing through the
yeah,
woods.
yeah.
no,
gotta
man.
take- you gotta
Because like
take-
it came out of nowhere.
Do whales eat seals?
Yeah.
Orcas.
Orcas.
Orcas eats it. Yeah, you got to take the fat joke thing up with Chewy. That ain't.
I love Chewy so much on my heart.
I cannot speak for Chewy's feelings. So, my feelings were not hurt. You know, fat joke,
I'm
whatever.
good. I'm good.
But like based off their BMI, but whales aren't fat. So
Yeah.
There's Coach Marcus.
if that makes any.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad y'all had a good
But
time.
he's happy, so
Yeah.
right? We're happy.
Yeah.
We're happy, right?
Most
the time.
happy as we can be.
2020
during
body
COVID,
image
dude.
doesn't matter.
Man, I'm over 2020.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Over
Oh,
it.
dude, so what do y'all think, man? Has this been talked about the whole COVID thing?
On the podcast? I'm sure.
Yeah.
of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to sum up my feelings on it,
Yeah.
I mean, I can. I'll be happy to. I think the virus is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for
It's
sure, it's
happening.
real.
Yeah,
I think.
it's
I
definitely
think.
happening.
I think the virus is real.
How serious do you think it is?
I don't believe we should have shut the world down.
No.
I don't.
No.
I don't either.
No.
You got a success or a survival rate of 99 point whatever. What are we doing? You know what I mean? You should. And that's just me.
Yeah.
I respect everybody's opinion on the thing. When you say it and then walk away, I might laugh at you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's been watching, CNN.
CNN. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, I've had COVID.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I tested positive for COVID. Yeah, so
So tell me about it.
nothing to tell about it. Nothing.
happened?
Nothing.
No, tell
Well,
me
so
side effects.
no, so
I mean, you're in good shape, to be fair.
yeah. I mean, I guess that so.
Plays a
I
factor.
guess to throw a dagger in that, like people have like this misconception that I'm in good shape because of the way I look in a sense, but like as far as like
good.
as far as like a healthy life, as far as like a healthy lifestyle, I don't really live that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't eat vegetables. I don't take a multivitamin.
Yeah.
I don't. I you know what I'm saying? Like I eat protein and carbs to sufficiently recover my body. That's
Right,
it. Just for the gym, not for like health reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now honestly the biggest thing I just lost my taste and my smell. For
Really?
like 7 days, yeah. But like to
I
where
read about that. I just didn't.
so this is honestly and it made me realize like people like ask you questions sometimes like would you either be deaf or blind or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Imagine like living to like you're 25 and knowing how everything tastes and then all of a sudden you can't taste anything anymore.
Anything.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like imagine you know the
all
way
tastes the same.
Whataburger tastes,
And
but
not
you
being able to
can't
taste it,
taste
yeah.
it. So like it was kind of miserable because I would eat Whataburger and like chewing it, I had the same exact textures, but my brain couldn't process how it tasted.
Right.
So it was kind of odd, but no, that's the only reason I got tested is because I lost that, and they were like, "Yeah, you got."
I have a
Crazy.
buddy, and I do need to correct one thing I did say, but he was telling me about it, and the only thing he could taste or smell, or everything tasted. This is the way he made it sound. Everything tasted and smelled like vinegar.
Oh wow.
But
That's awful.
But when I said
Yeah,
it,
that's
but when I said
That's
when I
awful.
said it on the podcast, he texted me. He goes, no, dude, that's the only smell I could discern. That's the only thing that I could like. If I held up, pizza and smelled it, I couldn't
Nothing,
smell it. If
yeah.
I held up ranch dressing, I couldn't smell. If I held up a bottle of vinegar, I could smell it
Right.
That's crazy.
and I could taste it. And he goes, but that was all I could taste or smell.
Yeah.
That's
so-
pretty crazy.
It's wild.
So like a little story. So when this was back when everything was shut down, right? No flag football. We were still Ham was still hanging out. We were those people at the river,
Yeah.
no masks,
Yeah.
naked, barefoot.
Yeah.
You know what it is,
Yeah.
right? Bunch
Well,
of
they
dudes.
said to Hispanics, social distancing means just only kick it with people you know.
It really was like that. But we went to the river, man. All of us, the whole team, literally, Bandera City Park, and there was like 15 of us, man. And we're all there with Mike. Marcus is there. Yeah. 2 days later, Marcus is like, man, I can't taste or smell anything. I'm gonna get tested. Boom, goes and gets tested. And then like the next weekend comes around, everybody's like, yo, what are y'all doing? Let's all go to the river again. We had a good time. We're like, yeah. So we all go again. Marcus goes and everything. We're all there.
But I didn't get my results.
Yeah.
But you had the test already.
Yeah.
No, but I got the test taken. Just
that's what I'm saying. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he didn't know his results yet, right?
Yeah.
So we're all out there. Genevieve was like, are you at the river with your brother? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you know, he just got tested. Has he gotten results? I'm like, no. She's like, dude, are you dumb? Like, you know, she's like mad at me, you know, and I'm like, I had completely forgot, right? I'm like, I don't know, it's my brother, dude, whatever. If he gets it, I'm gonna get it. Then you're gonna get it. Then my kids get, we're all getting it. Like, you know, my brother goes down, we're all going down. Nah, but we dude, and so then we are at the river together again. Literally like 15 of us, man, like literally the whole team. 2 days later, Marcus is like, yeah, I'm positive. Everybody freaks out, right? Everybody, like, because, I mean, if you just sit there and on Facebook all day, on Instagram, on social media, Twitter, all that, like, you know, all that stuff, the news, they make it seem like if one person you know gets it, you're gone. Like, everybody's going to get it. Like, and you're going to be in the hospital, everybody's dead. You know, your whole family's dead, your whole lineage is dead, the world's going to burn, economy's collapsing, you know what I'm saying? Trump's president 12 years in a row. I mean, you know, these things are all going to... all the worst things that could possibly happen. Sorry, I mean to get political. But anyway, so everybody was scared. So everybody went to go get tested. Like, literally, you know, the guys on the team, they don't have insurance. They're in line at the damn elementary schools at like 7 a.m.
Trying to get tested.
Everybody eventually got tested. Everybody came back negative.
Nobody got it.
Nobody got it at all. No symptoms, nothing. Like, I think the closest one was Camacho, and he had every symptom negative.
Really?
Yes, and like it's like, you know, when I realized that I was at the river and he got tested and I was just kind of like, what did I do? You know what I mean? Like, I'm dead. Like, I'm toast. My whole family's toast.
That's what you thought?
Like, literally, like, I mean, because they flood you with just negative information, like everything, and it's like, dude, it's hard. I'm gonna tell you this: when all this COVID stuff started, I like deleted my Facebook because I already knew, like, I knew already I was gonna be all up in those comments, you know, like wasting life, you know, just sitting there arguing with people. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna delete it, and I deleted it, and that was like probably the best 6 months of my life. Like, I just like, because you know I have an Instagram, but I follow like crime scene cleaners and like, you know, like podcast stuff, you know what I mean? I don't follow like anything negative like on my Instagram. So that's all I had, and like it was crazy because I didn't know what the hell was going on in the world, you know, because I don't watch the news either because I feel like it's biased both sides. But I had no idea what was going on in the world. I had no idea what people were doing. Like, Genevieve's like, dude, the world's falling apart, you know, and like nothing like was going on really, like in my world, you know what I mean? Like, I do HVAC, so I'm like out. Shout out to Elevated HVAC if anybody needs any kind of AC tune-up or anything like that.
We'll talk before you leave.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, you know, so I'm around people all day long, you know, and like, so it's kind of like weird to me because, you know, my girl was like super paranoid, like, don't go out, we can't go out, we need to, you know, just limit the amount we're going out, you only get groceries, all this stuff, right? Crazy. But like, you know, I haven't got it yet. I mean, like, my brother's had it. I haven't got it. Like, it's weird.
Even coming back from Spain, you didn't.
No, nothing. And that's the thing too, man. Like,
you were sure you got it.
Look, I was scared because Spain was different. Like, you know, like they didn't play. Like, you know what I mean? They started shutting things down and like they were taking it seriously. Like, I mean, to the point where we rented a car and drove to Portugal, like to fly out. To fly out. Right. Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, it was kind of scary. But like then you get here. And like, dude, they were all like, yeah, you're gonna get tested. You're gonna get tested. If you have it, you're gonna get quarantined. And I'm thinking like, yo, because I have my kids with me. I'm thinking, man, these guys are gonna put me in a damn camp or something. You know, that's the image I had. You know. Yeah. And then I get to the airport. We land. We dosed our kids with Motrin. Shout out to Motrin. Keeping fevers down since 1920s. I don't know when was it created. I don't know. But yeah, so we dosed them with Motrin just in case because I told them, you know what, we just got to get home, man. You know? Yeah. And like, because the way they were making it seem on the news is like they were there with AR-16s, like you got COVID or like, you know what I mean? And then you get there,
touch any Americans or come in contact with any.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get to the airport in New York, and there's like this dude like who just woke up. You know, his hair's all like mine, and he's just like, "What's your temperature?" And like, click, you're good. You don't have COVID. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Which is
like,
crazy.
you're like, what? I'm like,
That is
oh.
not what that means.
No, dude, I'm telling you, like I was,
Yeah.
you know, when I say I was sweating, you know,
Yeah.
I mean it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We've seen.
I was like, I was freaking out, dude. You know, and all I could think was like, dude, they try to take my kids. So like, they're gonna
Okay.
have to kill me.
So
you know?
so knowing what you know now, okay, and all of that plays out the same exact way as it did with you not knowing. How do you react? How do you react knowing what you know now?
Like coming back from Spain.
Yes. Like
Oh, I would have stayed in Spain.
Oh, you just hung out?
I would have stayed. I stayed in Portugal for a couple more, probably the whole week or rest of our vacation for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I would have stayed. I mean, because look, man, the thing is right. The city's not shutting down, right? Like the
Right.
government's not shutting down. They've made it very clear that
Yeah.
they don't care. Like not like in that sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're willing to accept the losses.
Right.
So besides wearing our masks, I mean, there's really nothing we can do.
Right.
Because eventually you could stay inside your home for a whole year, quarantine
Right.
yourself.
Right.
And as long as the city doesn't shut down, as long as people still doing things, you could come out and get it in one day.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
at this point, the powers that be have decided that they're not going to close.
Right.
So just open everything up.
Exactly. That's the thing.
And we're gonna lose who we lose, like right. Like I know that sucks because there are some people that have lost
Right.
a lot of people and like family members, multiple
Right.
family members,
Right.
like orphans, like But I mean, like they've decided it, and
Right.
we as people, we as the community, have also decided,
Right.
like that we're gonna
Based
suffer
on
the
our actions,
losses.
what you're saying,
Yeah,
we've
based off
obviously, yeah.
everybody's actions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as soon as the bars open, Ham was
I'm-
out there
I'm
at social
going.
spot getting in fights. Like
I'm
that's
going,
like,
yeah.
you know,
with Dream Killers?
no,
yeah.
with some people from the east side. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
But,
Anyway.
but you're right because I kind of feel the same way as even as far as me. Like I tried, I feel like at first, and then it became like I was like, bro. As soon as I realized this is gonna be like a long term thing, I'm like, all right. Well, I apologize to anybody who like is taking like my actions the wrong way, but it's just for myself. Is too much of my happiness is revolved around like doing things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't just
Exactly.
sit at home and not do
Yes.
whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, as soon as they open, like they close sideliners for a little bit, I play sand volleyball a lot now.
Tiny invite.
Yeah. Hey, you're invited anytime. But so I was playing
You
that a
didn't mean
lot,
that, bro.
and they closed it, right? and they closed it, so we stopped going. But as soon as they open it, we're there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so like, and then we went to Marshall's to practice, flag for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so like during the day, we're in our masks, right? Because we're at work or we're at the store, we're at mass, social distancing, blah blah blah. But then we get to sideliners and we're huddled up. Like game planning, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that night, and then we go back to our normal life, social distancing, mask, whatever, and then we go to play flag football, and then we're huddled up like way closer than we are now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking like literally within the same like, like I said, we're just all trying to give it to each other at this point, And I'm just like, look, if it happens, it happens, man. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like it just,
Yep.
Listen, when it all disappears in November,
yeah. See,
I'll be happy.
yeah.
I'll be happy.
yeah.
After this election
Yeah.
and everything disappears and we're back to normal,
Dog.
I'm happy.
I mean, if it disappears, I'll just be happy that it's gone, bro. I just want them to.
Tired of it.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
live
tired,
life,
bro. I'm
YOLO,
tired.
dude.
Big time.
YOLO.
YOLO.
I think we're all like that, right? I think that's like we all vibe on this level, like
Yeah.
because we're all social.
Right.
We like to talk. We need. I mean, even if you have kids, right?
Yeah.
You know they need social interaction. It is like
Yeah.
a vital part of them growing up.
Right.
Yes.
Like I mean, you can see it now. Even already now, you can kind of see like the effects of them not being social
For sure.
when they have their iPads and all this stuff.
Well,
even before COVID.
my daughter is so bored. Like she's in hog heaven
Yeah.
right now, hanging out with Riley.
Yeah, exactly.
Riley's doctor actually encouraged us to send him back to school. Like if
Yeah.
we get the choice, send him back to school. His lungs are made up different. Like he's going to be able to fight it off. The kids aren't getting it as
That's what they
much
said,
as
yeah.
whatever. And she goes, the social aspect of it is going to hurt him worse than what COVID will.
I feel that 100%.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're sending him back to school if there's a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Autumn too.
Dog,
Anyways.
send them all to school, dog. They're
Send 'em.
driving me crazy.
Especially my
Yeah,
kids at
yeah.
work. Dog, they've been home since March.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah,
autumn
really.
too. Autumn too. Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm
all the
ready to
kids.
kill each and every one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's for another day. Anyways, we're at about a minute 12, 13. We did
Now-
good
now
tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So pizza episode is in the books. No mishaps this time.
Thank
Right.
the Lord.
Yeah.
Look at,
You know,
Is it
we
safe?
should do it like every 5 episodes since there's so many pizza places, right?
That's
Like,
true.
maybe, like,
I
every
got the
fifth
list.
one.
Like I said, I
oh,
got the
next
list.
time we need to do burgers. Next time tacos. The next time.
I said burgers. I mentioned that before we got. Well, I
Burgers.
mentioned that earlier. Burgers.
Yeah.
We were talking about burgers.
Tacos would be bomb too.
Except
Yeah.
In-N-Out, like everybody knows, like the distinction of In-N-Out
Trash.
zero. You know what I'm
Trash,
saying? So
right.
like,
No, let's bring
It's not on the
In-N-Out.
list.
Let's bring In-N-Out just so we have a baseline for zero.
Can we
and then we'll
bring
go from there.
Can we bring Eric so we can bash him to his face?
We'll bring Eric and Don because they're both from California.
Absolutely.
They swear.
Yeah.
They
They
swear.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
anyways, appreciate y'all coming out.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Yes, sir.
everyone bringing the pizza.
Thank you.
We'll do this again next time. Y'all like, subscribe, share. Tell your mothers hello from all of us, and
Let's go.
especially if they're THICC.
Let's go. DUM, dumb dick.
And until next time, we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.